Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is just a quick little video on some styrene scratch made trailers. And what started this whole thing for me was I wanted an off-road trailer because I've been lifting and weathering a bunch of like Greenlight Broncos and Land Cruisers, just a lot of off-road stuff. So I wanted an off-road utility trailer to pull. So I started out with this one, and then after that I made this car hauler, and then after making that, those were both back in March, and then I took some time off from the trailers and made this diorama. And then I decided that I wanted an off-road utility trailer in black. And I thought, in the time it would take me to strip this thing down to paint it, I could just make another one. Plus, I thought it'd be cool to have a white one and a black one. So I made this one and learned a few things from making this one, that this one came out a lot cleaner. The cuts are cleaner, the joints are cleaner, the tent much cleaner. So I like it. But then after doing that, I decided that I wanted a landscape style trailer. So I made this one here, and this is the last trailer for me for a while. So I probably went a little overboard with the weathering on this one, but I don't care. I like it. And if you guys want to make these, they're super easy to make. Only 5 or 6 SKUs used. You can get this plastic at Hobby Lobby. It's on the same aisle as the diecast. It's evergreen plastics. All you need to do is buy the sheets. Get yourself a package of the sheets, which is for like the platforms, the sidewalls. You're going to want to get yourself a packet of the strips, because you can do your fenders, you can do your toolboxes. So you need the strips, and then you also need the rod. And then if you're going to do a flatbed or a landscape trailer, then you're going to need the I-beams. I only use the I-beams for the side rails on both, but that's it. But these ones, you only need 3 SKUs. You need the sheet, you need the strip, and you need the rods. And technically, you could make the rods out of the sheet or the strip. So really, you only need 2. But super easy to make. Just only advice I have is get yourself a pack of X-Acto knives, because you always want to cut with the sharp blade. But yeah, this thing here came out really cool. Tailgate comes out. And tailgate here is just made out of the sheet. Put a couple decals on there, painted it, weathered it, clear coated it. Good to go. And it just slides. Slides right in. So I'm going to use this as a display for all my Greenlight accessories, which I've weathered most of them. The gas pumps, the drums, all that stuff. I've rusted it, weathered it, because it looks so much better that way. And that's kind of why I did the trailer that way. Although I wasn't really going for this rusted of a trailer. but I'll still take it. I think it looks pretty badass. So there you go. Really easy to do, really cheap too. The plastic is super cheap. The super glue is super cheap. By the way, this is what I use. You're not supposed to use this, but it works awesome. And if you apply it right, you can get some really cool effects too. You can get some really cool surface rust effects, like you can see on the front of the toolbox. There's parts on the trailer where you can see it too, but you're supposed to use, they have a solvent that melts the plastic and it fuses it together. But I've never purchased that stuff because I've never needed it. But I probably should, because I think it's a lot easier to work with. And then the other side of this is just ribbed. Really basic, really easy. I wish I took a little bit more time on the fenders on this. But that's it. These trailers are pretty easy to make, super cheap. Most expensive part is the paint. It's also the most time consuming. Except on these ones. On these trailers, the paint is the fastest part. On these trailers, on this one it was the longest part. I spent a lot of time painting this one. But just wanted to show you guys that because, Greenlight has some really cool trailers, but they don't do the right trailers, if that makes sense. Like, yes, they have a lot of trailers, but they're all the wrong trailers. Not all of them, but like, for example, they just brought out a utility trailer that carries a canoe, but it's not an off-road trailer. They don't have a single off-road trailer. How cool would it be to have an all-terrain hitch and tow? The Smittybilt Scout is a dope trailer. They should license that and make it. So there you go. 1:64 scale scratch built trailers. Just wanted to show you guys. And your imagination is your limit. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you can think up. None of these, like, I guess these ones are based off of the Smittybilt Scout, but they are slightly different. But the car hauler and the landscape trailer, I just made those. I didn't even sketch anything. I didn't Google any reference pics or anything. I just started cutting and gluing, and that's all you got to do. So, alright, well, I'll holler at you all at the next video. Happy hobbies.